Naisgas. Mais Naisgas. Mais Naisgas 420. So here's the deal. Um, I gotta work. I got a lot of stuff to do to work. When I get creative, have a call at 1 o'clock. I'm trying a different approach because it's time to do a different approach. So, salute. Now, left brain, right brain, and how do you think on marijuana? The effects of pot have been closely monitored by various government agencies during a number of years. And, ¿qué pedo, amigo? ¿Qué huele? Aquí trabajando, viejo. Y deambulando, viendo qué pedo en el internet. ¿Quién está por ahí? Estaba pontificando sobre los efectos positivos de la marihuana. Y tengo mucho trabajo. Back to what I was trying to say before I got abruptly interrupted by whoever came through as a call. The positive effect of what was I talking about? See? Yes, see what I'm talking about. Can't focus when you're stoned. You just go into tangent and, you say to yourself, the frack. It's time to go under a bridge and meet myself. Or a mountaintop, maybe. I have a mountain here close by, so I'm not too worried about that. Whenever I want to go to the mountain, I just go to the volcano. Volcano Joe, I should go to the Silver Trail, check it out. He's still naked pozole, I think. Not keeping anymore. Going into the garbage, whatever the garbage means for mankind. But enjoy. I don't, I gathered enough, and I don't want to do it consciously anymore. I just let it happen by itself. Keep a jar of sins, and then you use them to bring demons into people's jeepers creepers, even if it's for a good cause. The jinns, and those type of creatures, creepy crawlies. Anyways, what were we on? We're on Upwork, trying to answer 5 messages from, I believe, 3 people. So, one of them is Quran is life. He wants a romance ghostwriter. I like ghostwriting. I have one client that I actually like writing for. He doesn't want to write for me. He wants me to let me write, which I always appreciate. See, when you hire a ghostwriter, people really want you to write about what they want to write about, but they don't. Lots of ghost-written screenplays out there by famous screenwriters or not. So, somewhere along the studies of writing, it came to be that Shakespeare was not really the guy that wrote all those plays. That it was none other than Sir Walter Raleigh. I don't know. Nobody will know. It's a secret of history. A mystery of history. Somehow Shakespeare all the credit. Hello, Robert. Peter Owen. Robert. My name is Robin, Peter. Nice to meet you. Okay, I gotta answer these. I have to answer these mails, guys. So. Permit me to answer the mails. Hello. Another ghostwriting job. Quran is life. 2 pages. How long will it take you to write it? 1 day. I can have it for you tomorrow as soon as you put your milestone. And Creon, golden. Let's see. I don't like phone calls when I'm stoned because my brain works kind of aggressively. And I don't like to be aggressive with people in general, so I try to steer phone calls away until I, eat something or bring down 420. What about, let's see, it's 12, let's say this evening, this late afternoon, say 6 Mexico time. Mexico City time. Should put my town. Have you updated the script? Going through it right now. I'll come up with some more feedback. I have a couple of other jobs to finish. It's on my list. I have folks who like to push to have their stuff written faster. If they pay, I don't mind. I put it on the front burner. So, what's the most dangerous word you guys can think of? Thinking. I vote for politics. When my mom was dying, literally the day that she was dying, and shortly after she died, what I did to relax from that moment was to go to 4chan and shitpost the shit out of it. And that actually stilled my heart somehow. Curious, isn't it? A lot of people on 4chan getting arrested. But you should see how they came down on Deoxy, though. Boom, 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 boom. One after another. Lyceum saying, amazing. Amazing times. Amazing times. The job that he submitted for a proposal or partnership. 500 per month. Okay. Oh, that's close. Okay. Close. Received invitation. I've done that one already. So, okay. Let's leave Upwork on and go to I have deadlines. I have two deadlines. Three deadlines, actually. I think I have to go to her. Okay. Let's go to her because she's. What is it today? Thursday. We're still good. I have two simple ones and one complicated one, so I'm going to go for the complicated one. I turned in Wendell's Appear, which was. I turned in. First ghost-written gay story I've ever done. Uh, I didn't expect it to happen. The characters just spoke it into it. So curious, very curious. Cheers to gay stories. Uh, Wendell's a tear. I see. Can I show you my mind? Allow me to show you my mind, YouTubers. Let's change this direction and. Okay, here we go. So, this is my docs file, recent documents, and I try to organize my work by what is most important. This here is what's most important. See if I can focus it. No, it doesn't focus. Well, it doesn't matter. I can make it bigger, can I? You blind machine, you. Da, 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 da. Now, can you read it? The Adventures of Teledender and Urian. Now, this is actually, in fact, I'm going to put it here so they can see it themselves. It's actually something that I've written by three people. Have written it with me. It's a three author story. Of course, I do the hard work of putting it in print, but the story is not told by me. It's told by me, by Rasa, and by Nanda. So, in all actuality and in all reality, I am the typist, and they are the actors, much like Ganesh and Krishna and Radha. So, let's. Are the Republicans adoring Ganesh? So who are the Democrats adoring? A burro. Huh. Truly, two wings of the same eagle. Okay, so The Adventures of Telerander and Urian is actually going to be written by. It's only fair. They're giving me the story. They should have percentage, 30%, because we're three, of the whole story. Makes a lot of sense. So we're going to put their title here, by Robin Kazmarczyk, Telerejestração para essa estado de Stone. Nanda Lal Reese Stone. There we go. So now we have actually put their title on the work, and that's very important. Very, 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 very important. Okay. We have one more message on Upwork. It's you who summons me. Who summoned me? My beloved teacher, Uli Lommel, gave me a job, and I was staying with him and having fun. And I had just found World of Warcraft, the first one. And whenever I had a little bit of free time and I was working with him, I would go into the computer and play Warcraft to bring me down. And I asked him, he asked me, no, well, we got into a philosophical conversation. And I asked him, and who is the real enemy of mankind? And he stood up. He went and he said, this one. And it was the World of Warcraft. And I was like, oh my God, he's right. And in the World of Warcraft, there's one character, wizard, that asks, who summoned me? With a very specific voice. Old man talking to himself. How many of our conversations are monologues? You know? Certainly, in my case, most of them, or all of them. I don't know what to tell people, just, be with them. And I had this monologue, pontificate thing going. Can't help myself. Pontificate's what I do. The Black Pope. Anyways, I've answered those questions, and we got to get the story that we're going to work on. I was going to show you my mind and how it works. So, The Adventures of Teledendra and Urien by Robert Kasmarczyk and Sonny Stone and Under the Letter Stone. And this is my Google Docs. And my slow computer. Here's what we got. We got The Adventures of Teledendra Wendell that I just finished. That's going to go in the back row. The Guide to the Multi-Universe of Agua the Lizard Man. Huh? Why am I pulling this old file up? Well, to write this one. And of course, as I read this one gets written up as well. They come together. Tiamat City Chronicles. This is also very important to me. It's great. And it's going there. It's getting there. This is a spec screenplay that I want to write. It hits very close to my heart somehow. Very close to my heart. The Wandering Jew. It's a screenplay that has not been made yet, and I think the Germans made it in 1943, 42 maybe, but it hasn't been made in a long time, and it needs a remake. So, remakes. Let's talk about remakes for a second. Have you guys ever wondered why there is a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street? Ask yourselves, who is Freddy Krueger? They are worshipping old gods. That's what they're doing in Hollywood. So, back to my mind. The Wandering Jew, of course, very important. Adventure of Teledendra. I just put it on the first plate. Sorry about that, guys. Tiamat City Chronicles. Melissa Williams. Now, this is a project that I'm very much committed to. I've actually made such a commitment to it that I did something that I never do, which I'm going to show to you. Projects that are really important to me get printed. This is Melissa Williams. This is what she sent me to read. Her project is extremely complicated. Maybe one of the most complicated things I've ever written. But I'm committed to it. because I think her story is worth telling. You know, just like her story is worth telling. You know, who can I hire to write her story, for instance, right? The Bible says nothing new under the sun. It's right. It's totally right. There is nothing new under the sun. Somehow, by mistake, I printed it correct. Maybe I'll make somebody sign it in blood later on. Could be fun. Serpent Seed and Castle to Tatis. These are two stories that are going to get written by Raza and me sometime, or by Manda Raza and me and Lucy and Majo and the band. My biggest, most paid off the credit. Thank you, Grandma. I've been living on credit. I've been pulling up credit for some reason. My expenses have gotten out of hand, I think. So either there's one or two solutions. Either I cut down expenses again, which I don't want to do, or that laugh, or I make more money. Now, here's the problem with money. It's a very deep problem. Money is blood. That's why the most important business of all is the weapons business. It's the best paid because it's the best guarded. And money needs guards. There are whole private armies of people guarding wealth for somebody. I could think in Mexico, Carlos Slim, Escárragas, Arispes, Losadas, digo. A lot of families that have private armies in this country. But these private armies are actually multinational and they're in all countries. And the biggest armies belong to those who guard the largest wealth. What is wealth? That's a great question. To some, this is wealth. It's a map that I created of a place to do battles. It's an art project. I have a, 4D chess board on the other side. But is it wealth? Not really. It's a piece of wood with paper drawn in there. All these stories, are these stories wealth? To somebody, somewhere, sure. Otherwise they wouldn't pay me for them, right? Let's go on. See what else I'm writing. I have a load of old projects that sometimes come back. Melissa Williams, last of the fire sculpts. This is about the last of the fire sculpts is about the redhead giants that lived in America before the Spaniards came and ate people. Probably lost Vikings or something like that. Stories about elders. This is really important to me, and I really want to give it time. But tourist tacos. Now this, I want to put another name for it, which I just thought of today. That goes more to the point. Tourist pozole. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a horror writer. My favorite genre of all is horror. Stephen King, Edgar Allan Poe, H.P. Lovecraft. Those are my guys. Those are the guys that I read. Clive Barker. So I want to, and I require to tell horror stories. It's my passion, it's my joy. Come on, guy. So that definitely worth writing and worth making. A good film. You know what? The Mummy came out and it was fast. It was running it back and forth. Who had ever seen a mummy run? You know? Zombies. And a small group of survivors in the VW van trying to reach the signal of somebody that lost it. God. Ownership, copyright. Character sheets. These we're going to put in the forefront again for the games because I need a character sheet for Fuego. So I'm going to put Fuego up here. I'm going to print out. I'm going to put that in my to-do list. Print Fuego. Because I need them for the games and some others. I got to print a whole bunch. Got to understand priorities. I shall remind you what was my priority in this moment. And it was the Green Goblin. My computer's so slow, man. Slow. So what about this dead internet thing? Is that a thing? Certainly, after the death of Lyceum and Deoxy, I could vouch for that in a very personal kind of way. I mean, why doesn't Lyceum exist anymore? Why doesn't Deoxy exist anymore? What the frack was all that about? Well, I could even talk to you guys about Octopus Dance, but that would be even deeper into the rabbit hole. Character sheets for Nagaloka. Yeah, okay. So I'll have a lot of work. A lot of work indeed. But what is it that I really want to do? Work or play? Tomás, ¿qué hago? ¿Trabajo o juego? Verme, cabrón. Nobody watching. Oh well, doesn't matter. Gotta write my father a letter. Let's write it virtually or let's do both. He is intellectual property rights manager. Who's there? Let me put you guys up here too. Happy to see you streaming, Robert. Hey, bro. Hey, Robert. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm 420 this morning. I want to shake my head and shake loose a little bit. You know what weed does to me? It makes me loose, loosens me up, loosens the noggin. Once an old crackhead, always an old crackhead, man. Just the way it is. Okay, let's start for Dad. Hi there. He hated when I turned in my mother. Happy 420. You asked for a letter, and I am going to write to you. I definitely write better and more to the point when I'm stoned. Of course, if I have to write for German dedicated to saving dogs, Akita dogs, from ticks, well, that's not for pot. So, even if you don't, what was the name of that show? Believe it or not, I smoke much too little, just to pay the bills. My family and I don't spend much. The most expensive jewel in my heart is Rosa, who is now going to theater. Sponsored by me. Not an easy task. Fucking money. It has been a family curse on both sides since I was a babe. The only person that seemed to manage money correctly in my family was my Aunt Kuka. The only person who seems capable of managing the curse of money correctly is my Aunt Kuka. Whom I have had to ask for help numerous occasions, and gratefully who has not yet failed. Who has not yet failed me. Yeah. Business. right now for me is to write draft after draft in German. ¿Dejé el agua abierta? Sorry. Draft in German. On a 3-minute tick medicine. Wow. You know what I get? $120. $120. 3 drafts. His original offer was for $20 an hour. But I said foolishly that it would be better for both of us to offer me a flat fee. Them is as dumb devils. My bad. But yeah. Good letter. You guys want me to read it to you? Hi there. Happy 420. You asked for a letter, and I'm going to write it to you. I definitely write better and more to the point when I'm stoned. Of course, if I have to write for a German dedicated to saving Akita dogs from ticks, well, that's not for pot. So believe it or not, I smoke much too little just to pay the bills. My family and I don't spend much. The most expensive jewel in my heart is Rasa, who is now going to theater school sponsored by me. Not an easy task. Fucking money. I've been in a family curse on both sides since I was. It's been a family curse on both sides since I was a babe. The only person who seems to capable of managing the curse of money correctly is my aunt Kuka, whom I have to ask for help, whom I've had to ask for help on numerous occasions, and gratefully, who has not yet failed me. Yeah, business. Right now for me, it's to write draft after draft in a German 3-minute tick medicine commercial. Wow. You know what I get? I get $120. 3 drafts. His original offer was $20 an hour. But I said foolishly that I would be better off for both. It would be better off for both of us to offer me a flat fee. Dumb is as dumb does. And I take up to my parents in that. But yeah, I got dreams. I dreamed, for instance, that you could sell Paganini's guitar or even Prahlad. But we're no longer riding the Superman locomotive. So that is a far off dream. I remember the good old days when you would hire me for $2,000 to write wax for 4 or Hansel and Gretel. Somehow Rod Raystrom got made, and neither Tony nor I got a damn dollar for it. Fuck Hollywood. Fucking hard with a sidewise hammer. I love you, Papa. So, more of my damn stories, will you? That's my letter to my dad. Which, if you look at my channel, you can also see if you're interested. Nobody looks at my channel and everybody reads my stories. What's up with that? Anyways, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost writer. I'm a ghost. I'm the ghost of stories told. I tell stories. That's what I do, guys. And you know what? It's not about the money. Telling stories. It's about writing the right story. Freelance writers today. I'm going to unsubscribe. Oh, I think this is me. No, it's Dad. Is that me or Dad? Oh, that's me. That's fucking me. And you can see how utterly I have no beard whatsoever right here. To which I could only say, if only I could grow a real beard. I don't have a beard, guys. I don't know this. I don't have any hair there. 0. Ridiculous. Telling the truth in film or on camera is a revolutionary act. Being truthful to oneself about oneself. a fucking beast when it comes to my ego. I have this huge ego. That's why I'm on camera right now. My ego is down to the corners of the universe. And the ego is the false. This is what's false about it. The ego is the lie. Because when we have no ego, when we're egoless, there's no I. There's something else, and I can't really explain it to you because there's no words for it. I mean, it's a lot of words have been said trying to describe it, for sure. But the truth of it is just too vast to explain in words, in my humble opinion. Okay, let's continue. So these two go to Dad. Usually I don't like to share my days when I'm working because I'm working. I'm paying attention to something else. It's not you. Oh, camera. Oh, Dajjal. Guys to help on Hof. But if you look at my mail list, which is interesting. Oh, hi, bro. Hey, bro. Sorry for my mistake. Hello, Robert, for the mistake. Oh, wait a minute. Robert's just something else. Hey, what's going on here? Give me that back. Happy to be streaming. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Robert. Yeah. How you doing, Robert? Tell me something about yourself. Who did you kill today? I'm sorry. I'm a horror writer and I'm a comedy writer. So horror comedy is what I do. That's what I like to do. That's how my mind works. Sharing my mind with you guys. So let me just share my mails. I have quite a number to answer. And I can't leave this damn chair until I do. See? So, and then we have, of course, my Upwork stuff, which I think I answered all of them because they're money. But it's sad that I have to focus on money emails and not on discovering new things, surfing the web for pleasure, doing research and development on new things. How often do we have to work on stuff that has no real value except the value you give it, Somebody else gives it, I suppose. Free time free. We exchange money for time. That's the most common exchange we have as a species. I give you 8 hours a day. You give me, 350 pesos. $15. $20. No, 400 is $20. 350 is 15, right? $15, right? So I give you 8 hours of my day, and you give me $15 in exchange. You know what? It doesn't seem like a very fair exchange. It actually feels like slavery to me. So, how do we fix that, by the way? Politics? Oh yeah, 4chan. Shh, don't talk about 4chan. It's going to get you banned or canceled. Especially on Google or YouTube, right? And there's other chans that people don't talk about. Oh, scary. Scary thoughts. Scary words. Scary ideas. Are you scared, YouTube? Are you scared of ideas? Are you scared of people? You didn't used to be. I remember when YouTube was the place to put videos of crazy shit going down. And suddenly, the internet is dead. And the only bastion of free thought on the internet is 4chan, site of Nazis and pedophiles. The fuck? Is that Evolution? Is that evolution of consciousness? What happened to deoxy? What happened to lyceum? Where do they go? Good grief, human race. You've been Googleized. You've been gogged. Or is it magogged? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Crazy times require crazy people. Okay, so we are writing, and I actually have work to do. I have to answer emails and I have to write shit, so I have to actually focus on this. Sorry. Kickstarter, that's always interesting. Reddit, got my rejection emails from Warner Brothers. Oh, I've gotten a lot of those. Upwork, and actually not from Warner Brothers, from TriStar and all those guys. Yeah. Upwork, new job opportunities for Robin. Let's take a look at those. Screenplay writer with experience in comedy animation. Scriptwriter of funny short animator meme videos. Okay. Meme knowledge required. Memes. Looking for comedy writer, comedian to write monologue or for a host for similar Jeffrey roasts. Okay. Writer needed for novel collaboration. $1,000. Jeffrey Ross. Jeffrey Ross. I don't know. I have to check it. Check out who Jeffrey Ross is. Oh, let's see here. Somebody had an idea there in the internet that it should all be one social media, and your popularity determines. There's a iceberg for that. I just saw the iceberg. It was an interesting iceberg. Okay, these we're going to go through later after I finish some of the ones that I read. Tony, great session today. Can I send you out sometimes again and maybe connect with another reading for me? It'll be separately. His name is Milan. Sure thing. Absolutely. Tarot readings, $20. Uber, recibos de Uber, Banco Azteca Móvil, datos de operación, Discord. Oh, here we go, these guys. Uber, Academia, Administration, General Pearson, Training, Scriptwriting for Administration, Launch Skills Writer. The Upwork notifications I can actually, because I'm going to be looking at the notifications in Upwork, and in Upwork, so I don't need them to worry about them in Gmail. Segunda mano, don't have to worry about that. James Deere. Who are you, James Deere? Working in content. Okay, so it's Academia, Charles E. Peck, Religious Synergy, Social Consciousness. These I've already read. Social, LinkedIn, Ethnogenesis, Shared HUDs, Catholic History of blah, blah, blah. I always look at the psychedelic stuff. So I have to see what I got milestones for and focus on those. Melissa, by the way, if you don't see me writing a lot on your stuff, is because there's no deadline, so no milestone. But I want you to know that your story is important to me if you're watching my channel. I'm a sucker for stories about abused children. It's a deep subject. If you knew how bad things really can be. The hidden psychedelic history of philosophy. Plato, Nietzsche, and 11 other philosophers who used. Oh, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this when I'm reading this. And this is. In fact, I'm going to send it to Daddy. Oh, time to go get some mushrooms, man. Speaking of. You come on now, well. Abandon the human body and get an animal body. Starts with letting go of the ego of the human ego. It's a powerful experience. On peyote, I became a bird. I began to sprout. It's like a chicken, actually. It's like huge chicken, little chick. And I didn't have any feathers. I didn't have any, but I was kind of like very awkward and, you know, but I was definitely a bird, not a human. I was like, I'm a big chicken now. Spooky experience I've ever had it. Becoming a featherless chick, featherless chicken, baby chicken on peyote. Worth trying. I'm just saying. Goodreads, LinkedIn, Twitter, none of that has importance right now. So let's. Sometimes on social, I do have messages on LinkedIn, which I also follow, and I have to answer those. Very rarely, very rarely. California depart story. What? 50-50 scam, spam, or California Department of Motor Vehicles. Spook the shit out of me. You Callies. Let's get real. It's time to let's get real. I mean, that coming from California, that's a meme in itself. It's time to upgrade. Okay, well, give me the fracking implants already. I want wings and a tail, prehensile tail, so I can grab shit. When I'm not having to bend down to grab shit, you have a tail you can just bring it up to, so. Give me the prehensile tail already. Well, yeah, take all my money. Okay, so we got Tony, great session today, Discord. Okay, Discord is money, and it's $40, and they haven't paid me yet. Pay me, fools. I need my payment now. Yeah, I mean, I spend hours working for very little money. It's really weird. Really weird. No, had a couple of other jobs finished. It's on my list. No worries. Once we get the script style worked out, would you be able to write at least 3 scripts per week? Yes, of course I can. For $80, man. 3 pages, $80. It's good money. But I used to get 2,000, 5,000 for 100 pages. What happened? What happened, Hollywood? How did you? I must admit, the last episode of American Horror Story was brilliant, perfect, biographical. Loved it, every bit of it. But still, what are you doing, Hollywood? Why don't you love me? Charles Mason doesn't have anything on me now. Nothing. Mason. Freemason. Uncle Robin knows though. Uncle Robin knows. A lot of shit. Am I going crazy? Seriously, guys, you guys have been watching this channel for decades. Am I finally losing my mind? did I ever have a mind to lose? Um, 3 scripts per year. Sure, have to do it. Uh, Abdul Rakim Mohammed, writing for Mohammedans. Quran is life. I'm sorry, I don't know how to add a milestone, but I will instantly deposit the money when you get hired. Check with the. See, I work on milestones. That shows me who's actually deposited money in escrow so that I can focus on that story first, and all the other ones that I have coming, just put them aside until they deposit their escrow, and then I know that I have to, have a deadline. I have to uh, bring it in. So that's how I work. And I get enough jobs that I don't have to worry about looking for them. They come to me, which is thank you, Upwork. But then I have to actually write this stuff, which is the part that I have to actually spend time on. Not that much. I mean, I write quickly. Once the idea's in my head, is there a horn coming? Once I have my ideas clear, it's not hard to write. It's just time consuming. I usually say it takes me 2 hours to write like 3 pages, but 3 good pages may take me 5 hours because you want to search it, you want to do it, so depends on the project and on the difficulty of the project. The most difficult project I've had so far, it's a tick medicine. So. So I said to Quran for life. Quran is life. The Quran is life. Is hiring me, and I said, you know, um, check the Upwork file. Blah blah blah. Okay, thanks. Wait. And then I said, I like the Quran. Fun end times we're having. Have you ever read the Bhagavad Gita? They go together. I think it was, who was it? The guy that gave the course on the Virgin of Guadalupe in Avemed several years ago. There's a shaman that came there, gave a course, and it was about the Virgin of Guadalupe, who's not who you think. It's Tonantzin Guatlique, the serpent-headed woman. So he was giving this course, and I had a chance to talk to him afterwards. And I said, Bible, Quran, Talmud, Bhagavad Gita. How do you explain that they're always fighting against each other? That they're like apparent. And he said, they're history books. It's history books, It takes a long time to understand that answer. But when you get it that they're history books, then you understand the conflict between all of them. Of course, the Catholic to censor the Mayan texts and the Aztec texts. Even one of their own Aztec Batuanis had to censor their own texts because it was, very revealing stuff. for stuff that's going on right now. People don't know who they pray to. They really don't. They think they're praying to something, but they're praying to something else. And in the end, I suppose it doesn't really matter, because it's the context of one's own character that comes out at the end. You know, you don't escape yourself. Even if you're within the religion that you profess, you don't escape yourself the final judgment. You know, even the Egyptians understood that part of it. Now, why did the Jews supplant the Egyptians as the principal religion of mankind? You know, I mean, how did the slaves of the pyramid builders end up worshiping their god? That's the question that we have to be asking ourselves when we study Egyptology. You know, the change between mythos and ethos. Founded at the Tianguis. It goes good with weed. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I've answered all the questions. Upward people. I have 3 deadlines. Let me see what I got. Got 3 deadlines, I believe. Let's see. My jobs. I like this Upwork thing. They give me, they take 20%. They take 20% of everything. Which is fine by me. I don't mind. They give me a lot of jobs. I get a lot of jobs here. Miss the old days when the producers used to call me, hey Rob. Of course, it helps when you work for Butch Freeze or somebody like that, I suppose. Oh, there's news about that. Something going on with Pinocchio, I think. Raju Patel had a time. Raju Patel, Pinocchio, yeah. Something going on with Pinocchio. I don't know what. So we have 2 active milestones. So I have to turn in for Dan Berg, I have to read his stuff, and Emma Wealth. So let's go with Emma's, and then we'll do Dan's last. Dan, I hope you don't mind this. You know, just you know, Dan has called me about 2 or 3 times. He's a very spiritual guy, very interesting guy, Jewish guy. Um, fascinating, fascinating. He's a very Jewish guy. He's very much into the Jewish religion, and he's given me some headway on the Jewish religion that I didn't realize. Of course, all religions are very. He's as a religious as I am, in a sense. I mean, he's as disgusted with religion as I am, which is typical of very religious people. Folks that are taking the religion very seriously usually find other religions absolutely disgusting. So, fortunately for me, I dabble enough in the black arts that I know the scam behind all of it. And that's why the closest that I get to a deity, the more I realize their true name, in a sense, their true essence. And that's why psychedelics are so important, because they're the ones that really take you to the deity's realms um, with less. Of course, the shamans of the Amazon have very specific religions, and certainly this guy Josue, he's very Christian based. He really wants to meet old JC. JC seems like a nice enough person. I don't see why not, but is he the ultimate? Wouldn't you rather meet Krishna or Ganesh? And if you meet Ganesh in a dark corner, man, you're gonna be running. Just imagine this big elephant-headed guy, the elephant-headed guy, with an axe in his hand, with a swastika in the other hand. That'd be spooky as hell, man. Oh, right. It's because you meet him when you die, so you know where you're going. He's kind of like the Ganesh is the Lord. That's the guy that the jackal-headed god. Good grief. Not Set. The other guy. Yeah, Set. Is it Set? Maybe. He gives you. He's the one that he can. When you come to the final judgment before going to the halls of Osiris, for the balance. It's Set. I'm maybe getting it wrong. Set is the one that meets you with the balance, and then if you put you have it like a feather in a little stone, and you put the stone in the balance, and it goes deeper than the feather. Feather goes up. You're thrown into the beast that is half hippopotamus, half crocodile, and half lion. 3 halves. But it's just think about that for a second. That's what you're getting greeted by after death. You know, if you're a Norse, warrior, Valkyrie, who you meet after death. Down here in Mexico, well, it's basically her, except that she forgot her skin when she comes to meet you. You do know who I mean, of course. If you don't, you're fools. Fool. I'm the fool here. There we go. There she is. Hello, mother. Put some incense for you. I forgot this morning. There she is. So she's the one greeting you after the other side. On the other side, and she's stepping on some little dwarf guy over there somehow. The moon. And pretty intense moment, I suppose. But that's down here. That's the rules down here. To protect us both. So Quran, his life is not able to put a milestone, and I write to him, no milestone, no job is to protect us both. I don't do right. I don't write without a milestone because it's what I live out of. It's what I make money out of. So I need to have that basic protection. I don't want to be chasing up somebody to get paid. Pity, but that's how it works. That's how they say in English: money walks, bullshit talks. That's the word. Bullshit walks, money talks. All right. Hidden psychedelic history of philosophy. Put in favorites. No milestone, no work. I'm gonna leave Upwork open, and I have to finish my emails. Getting old, guys. Getting old and tired and cranky. And my body is not as happy as it used to be. Drink out of the Fayette, go to your salespeople deals. Okay. And Tony Singh is a tarot client. Let's go to him. Maybe I should manage my time better. Maybe I could get like a. I always use the monthly calendar. Maybe I should do the weekly calendar. You know? Or even the daily calendar. Maybe just take one page at a day. 30 days. I could try the daily calendar for 30 days. I don't know. I don't have that many things to do that I have to like micromanage my time, but I have a lot of clients now. So I have to allocate time for each one. Sure. Give him my number and have him call me or email me. Either way, getting a lot of Australians lately. So I searched for David Williams. David Williams. Because I want a picture of him right there. I actually have one of Stakas Marchek and Corny Bogan. Oh, I know who to ask for pictures of Corny. I'm going to ask Teresa Poncho and Leah for Poncho. Let me ask them that. I want to finish putting my spirit altar, and finish putting it right. So let me write to Leah and to Teresa before I forget. How my mind works. A very slow computer. If my computer was faster, it would probably be easier to do stuff. But let's look for Leah. Send her a message. And let's look for Teresa Bogan and send her a message. See, I have Leah's mom, but I don't have her dad. They'll go together, I suppose. The ancestors. Come on, there we go. And Teresa. Hey, sweetie, how are you? I'm trying to finish my family album. I realized I need pictures of several people that you may have. Your dad, your mom, uncle, no, aunt, that's great grandma. His aunt. Tootsie, Aunt Tootsie, Uncle Ed, Uncle Ed, Tootsie, can you help me? Teresa Vogan went super hygiene on JC, which was supposed to do her good. JC doesn't, and it's not bad for you when you go super hygiene on JC. You become a good staunch Republican. You vote for Trump. You don't put your vaccines, and basically you behave a lot better than if you're a demonic Democrat. So, but who am I to judge anybody? Jesus' greatest miracle, the resurrection, Park Place Church of God. They're communities. I mean, they're communities of people that help each other and stuff. So, she's into sweets again. She's putting a lot of um, cookies and cakeys and stuff. There's all her grandchildren. Look at that. Be fruitful and multiply. She followed that idea, which is good. I love my cousin Teresa. She had a hard life. She had a hard life, and she came out the other side. So, kudos to you, Teresa. You're a good kid. She's younger than I am. I think she's younger than I am, but she's getting up there in years too, I suppose. She's a grandma. Okay, that's that. So now let's go back here. Let's see, anything else on the mail list? See, I gotta check my mails. I gotta write my story. When I started writing the story, I made to finish this video. I got an hour and 25 minutes. I don't know if I want to share all my secrets with you fools. Who are you, anyways, watching this? And when are you watching this? Are you watching it today? Are you watching it yesterday? Are you watching it tomorrow? Are you watching it from the end of time or from the beginning? I am watching it now. And I know that the person in this image is not me, because I am here, not there. But now I'm everywhere. Music. Next video is going to be music because that's what we need in this channel. This is more like a old man talking to himself type thing. So it's not that interesting, and who the fuck wants to waste time on an old man who's talking to himself? If you're watching it on the year 2021, maybe it's not that interesting. If you're watching it in the year 24, maybe far more interesting. Won't it? I don't know what's going to happen in 24, but you do because you're living it. And I just had a vision of it. Like Gandalf, I mean like panoramics. All right, I'm almost ready to start writing, so I'm gonna quit this. I just got another message from Upwork. Let's see what it says. Malik, my best client. This guy lets me write what I need to write, likes what is good, and doesn't accept what is bad. And that's all I can ask. Is let me write what I know in my head. You can give me the subject matter. You can say, write about this. But let me write, man. Let me write. Let's see what he says about Wendell Satir. Got it. I'll get to you sometime back tomorrow. Got it? I'll get you something back by tomorrow. I wrote to him the first gay love story I've ever written. It's weird. It just happened. I hope you like it. And he said, got it. I'll get it to you tomorrow. And I sent it to him last night. So I finished it. You know what a lovely thing is to finish like a 10-page story? You know what a wonderful thing it is to finish a 300-page novel? Have you any concept what glorious, marvelous, divine thing it is to finish a 559-page novel? Even if you cheat, that it's yours. And to any of you that may be wondering, no, I'm not a plagiarist. I'm a ghostwriter. So I'm going to get to writing. I love you guys. If you like this, which I doubt you will in the year 2021, I'm the villain, not the hero yet. Like, subscribe, and whatever the fuck. And if you're one of my villains, one of my 4chaners, one of my keks, one of my dioxides, one of my lyceums. Roll 20.